Now I
think
think
there should be
there should be
sound.
sound.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So United are going
United are
with
going with
3-4-2-1,
3-4-2-1,
giving a
giving
start
a
to
start to
the
the
Harry
Harry
Amas
Amas.
Hamas.
Hamas.
Number
Number
41.
41.
We just
We just do a
slight
slight
S
S again.
But
But
anybody who's
anybody who's
watching, if you
watching,
can
if
still
you can
feel a
still feel a
reverb,
reverb,
just mute my
just mute
phone
my
volume,
phone
see if that
volume, see if that
helps.
helps.
Okay, I've muted my
Okay, I've
phone
muted my
volume.
phone
If
volume.
anybody
If
is
anybody
watching,
is
if you guys
watching, if you
can
guys
still
can
feel a
still
reverb,
feel a
do let me
reverb,
know.
do
I'm
let
just
me know.
gonna
I'm just gonna
start the game
start the
clock
game clock
in a bit.
in a bit.
It's gonna be Newcastle with a 4-3-3 and
4-3-3 and
United with Man
United
United
with
with
Man
a
United with a
3-4-2-1
3-4-2-1
with
with
Harry Amas
Harry
getting
Amas
getting a start,
getting a start,
getting a starting
getting
role.
a starting
The guys are
role.
just
The
taking
guys are just taking
knee.
the knee.
It's gonna
be
Man United kicking
Man
off.
United kicking off.
And already
And
Newcastle
already Newcastle are
trying to
trying to attack.
Lindelof getting the
interception.
Joshua
Joshua
Zirkzee
Zirkzee
been
been pulled down, but the play goes on. Newcastle in possession. Joe Linton.
I think one good
I think
thing
one good thing about
one good thing
one good thing that
hope
makes me
for
have
this
hope
match
for
is
this match is that
Onana is not
Onana is not
starting.
so
Binder has
Binder
a
has
chance to
a chance to display
his.
his.
Oh wait, no.
Oh wait, no.
I think Newcastle's
already
put the ball in
put
the
the ball
net, but
in
I
the
think it's
net, but I think it's offside.
So,
Okay, so
back to what I was saying.
I think
Binder
has a chance to prove himself.
Hopefully,
Hopefully,
if this goes well.
Hopefully he gets
more starting
chances
because
because
the games which
he has played,
he has shown
he
quite
has
some
shown
promise.
quite some promise.
And with
And
Onana being
being
inconsistent and just downright
underperforming.
Hopefully this will be
a chance for him to go and prove himself
with regular league
games.
And it's Garnacho
down the right.
So, putting it back to
Dallo.
Now it's Ugarte with the
ball,
back to
Lindelof.
Euro, putting it down to Zirkzee. Now it's
Garnacho, Dallo.
Stroke the ball down to Garnacho, cleared by Newcastle's defense. Dan Burn. Ball comes off Zirkzee. Newcastle defense. Dallo's kept the ball in. Ugarte. Now Garnacho's got the ball. Just right outside the penalty box. Fernandes the ball's back to Fernandes. Mazraoui. Ugarte. Back to Mazraoui again.
So it's Newcastle has 57% odds to win the game with Man United 21%. Okay, I've managed to mute one mic now. Hopefully, hopefully that changes things. Let's see if. What a shot from Jacob Murphy. Just outside the post. That could have easily been Newcastle 1-0. But at least we can see Bayender making a dive for the ball. It's a good start for Newcastle. Hello. I'm still messing around with my
Still messing around with my audios. Hopefully it's clearer
now.
It's Harry Amas with the ball, number 41. Garnacho plays it back. Ball Dallo now. Ugarte tries to scoop the ball forward, but this goes out for Newcastle
goal kick.
Okay, Newcastle. The ball. Ball's still in the middle of the
park.
Back of Newcastle's defense. Euros lost the ball, but it's picked up by Lindelof. Harry Amas. And it's Lenny Euro with the ball. Back to Bayender. Dallo again. Lindelof. Mazraoui back to Bayender. Now with Euro. So I think there may be still some issues with the echo. I have no idea what to do at this point, but I think there's something I have to look into with somebody who has a bit more experience with audiovisual equipment. I hope you guys can just put up with it for this particular stream. I'll try to get it sorted by the next game week. Ball's back with Bayender. Clears it, aiming for Zirkzee, but this goes back to Newcastle defense. Ball still Newcastle. Lapse of
Lapse of
concentration as
concentration as
Garnacho
Garnacho
advancing on the penalty
box.
Dalo
Dalo
puts in a
puts
cross
in a
that
cross that goes over.
Zirkzee is appealing for handball.
Referee's not buying it.
Newcastle defense
Newcastle
cleared
defense
the
cleared the
ball
ball
down up to the halfway line. Balls with Isak. Ball's gone out. Sorry, that's Jacob Murphy.
Sorry.
So in the replay, there seems to be a handball on Jacob Murphy, but I think it's unintentional because when Zirkzee kicks the ball, it just hits him on the elbow. Nothing he could have done about it. That's probably why the referee didn't give. So Zirkzee just been pulled down. It's a free kick to Man United. Right at the halfway line. See, we're back up to three viewers. Thanks, guys. Welcome back. Can somebody comment? I just want to see if the chat function is still up and running. I was a bit concerned about Lindelof being the center of defense, but seems like he's putting in a good shift so far. Now it's Joelinton with the ball. Easily brushes past Garnacho. It's asking for a free kick. It's given by the referee. Seems this might be a cut. Is there going to be a cut? No cut. Just the free kick. I think it's going to be Kieran Trippier with the free kick. Trippier takes the free kick, throws the ball into the box safely into the hands of Bindier. His first 10 minutes has really been a great debut for United's literal number one jersey at the back. Number one is jersey as opposed to number 22 for Nana. So the ball's back with Nick Pope for Newcastle. Still in Newcastle's defense, back to Nick Pope. Garnacho's chasing in. Pope pumps the ball up to Trippier. United's got back possession. It's Eriksen. Zirkzee back to Zirkzee. Oh, great save from Nick Pope. Zirkzee was going for the top left hand corner, but Nick Pope still got his hand there. Great save from Nick Pope. It's gonna be a corner. Taken by the skipper. Portuguese Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes with the corner. Shot on to Eriksen. Back to Fernandes. Puts the ball in. Safely into the hands of Nick Pope. Just throws the ball out to Isak. Isak's down the left. Still with Isak. Plays the ball back. Now it's with Trippier on the right side. Cleared by United's defense. After a tussle, now it's the possessions with the small tussle possessions with
Newcastle.
Trippier. Still Newcastle. Edging near the penalty box. It's the ball in. Into the hands of
Binder.
Pumps the ball up. Zagzi just misses with a header. Ball's back with Newcastle's defense. Trippier. Back to Nick Pope, who's out of the penalty box. He's biding his time. Pumps the ball upfield. Nobody was there, so United throw in. Euro puts it back to Binder. Mazraoui. Interception by Newcastle. Back to Isaac in the penalty box. Nobody was there to get onto his cross. It goes up for a United goal kick. So as it is, Newcastle has been on the attacking front, so it's not a good start for United. But like I said earlier, I'm kind of surprised that Lindelof is holding down the center of defense quite well so far. Touch wood. There's no jinx there. Self jinxes. Dalot misses a header. Ball's back with Ericsson. Back with Ericsson again. Looks like that's Harry Mas, number 41. Back to Ericsson. Bugatti. Back to Euro. Ericsson. Passes back to Lindelof. Puts it square to Mazraoui. Dalot has a slip. It's dispossessed. Slight tackle by Ugarte there. But that is okay. Ugate's gone to the yellow card for Ugarte. Let's get that down. Free kick for Newcastle. Taken by Kieran Trippier. Floats the ball in. Goes up for a goal kick. Joe Linton was there, but let me just readjust my camera, guys. Small internet connection issue there. Then we should be fine now. Okay, we're back with Binder. Ball's just been in United's half for quite a while now. Pumps it upfield. Seems that the pitch is quite slippery today. Trippier has slipped up as well. But lucky Nick Pope was there to handle his pass. Balls with Euro now deep into United's territory. It's Rawi, Dalu. Zirkzee's got hold of the ball. What a pass towards Eriksen, but that's cleared by Trippier. This boy's got ideas. Gotta hand it to him. He's actually quite creative. As Euro with the ball back pass to Iyendir. Euro. Dispossessed by Newcastle. Trippier. Newcastle still with the ball. Made their way down the line. Isak. Harry Mas clears the ball, and it's now a Newcastle throw in. This boy has done pretty well for this first 20 minutes. Harry Mas. So it's going to be Isak with the throw in. Nope, he hands it off as he heads into the middle of the field. There's Luke Shaw watching from the stands. Newcastle throw in. Nick Pope very high up the field. Goal kick for Man United. Dan Burn clears the ball for Newcastle. Ball's in United's half now. Balls thrown into Newcastle's penalty box. It's a good effort. But it seems that Isak is offside anyway. Ball's been put into United's penalty box again. Bruno Fernandes with the deception, pumps the ball up high. Ball chested down by Dan Burn. Livramento brings it down the left. Zirkzee. Ball's back to the defense. Mazraoui. Ugarte again. Balls with Newcastle. Trippier. Isak. Sandro Tonali with Newcastle's first goal. Hopefully the only goal of the night. For Newcastle. Please only go for Newcastle of the night. Sandro Tonali. The excellent finish. It's just horrible. Trippier passes the ball to Isak. Who despite a bad first touch, actually managed to keep it under control and flick the ball on to Tonali, who is finishes it off with the first time volley. Excellent technique. Unbelievable. Just like that, Binder's audition permanent number one has taken a setback, but it's still pretty early in the game, about 25 minutes. Euro, back Lindelof. Now with Binder. Euro scoops it up for Zirkzee. Dispossessed by Newcastle, Joe Linton. Trippier. In the penalty box again. Harry Mas. With the block. Intercepted by Ukatik, Eriksen, Hamas, Zirkzee. Excellent first pass to Dalo. Back to Mazraoui, Dalo. Still in United's half. It's out for a Newcastle throw-in. Livramento, Newcastle. Pulls off Dalo and passes it back to Dan Burn. Now with Trippier. It's a free kick to Newcastle for foul on Isak by Lindelof. Free kick's pretty far out, so I think there's going to be a cross in by Trippier. Trippier's having a word with Jacob Murphy. Free kick's taken. Fernandes puts it out for a corner. Newcastle corner to be taken by I'm not even upset at the fact that we've conceded. I think at this point of the season, I'm just no longer upset. I'm just disappointed. I don't even know why I'm disappointed anymore. It's Tonali from outside the box. Taking a shot. Ooh. That was brilliant shot, but just wasn't on target. Oh. It's not far out either. He just curled a bit more in. They would have been up 2-0. Ridiculous. Newcastle in
Newcastle in possession again.
Intercepted by
Ugarte.
Must plays it back to Euro. Euro has some time on the ball. Plays it back to Lindelof.
Puts it back to
Binder.
Dalot.
Ericsson cleans up the loose ball. It's with Garnacho. Balls out for Newcastle
throw in.
Joe Linton
with the ball.
Isak. Closed down by United defense, but the ball just gone back to Newcastle. Still with Newcastle. Nice block. Ball's United now. Ericsson. Ball's bounced back to Isak, but there's whistle's been blown. I think it's been a foul on Bruno Fernandes. Ball's played back to Altay Binder. It's back to Euro. It's back to Binder.
Nobody has to play to, and Newcastle players are closing in.
Dalot has the ball. Make a decent run upfield. Plays it to Garnacho. Nobody in the box. Zirkzee. It's a bad first touch.
Dispossessed by Newcastle.
Ball's gone out for a
throw in.
Newcastle throw in by Kieran Trippier. Joe Linton. Harry Barnes with the ball. Good run upfield.
Penalty box.
Safely into the hands
of Altay Binder.
Lenny Euro with the ball. Back to Binder. Ball down the middle. Intercepted by Newcastle. Newcastle still with the ball. Newcastle played back to their own half. Defensively back with Nick Pope. Pumps the ball downfield. But nobody on the end to receive the pass.
United throw in.
Going to Euro. Euro to Ericsson. Ericsson back to Lindelof.
Almost lost possession of the ball there.
Mazraoui back
to Binder.
Euro. Down the wing, but dispossessed by Newcastle.
Newcastle the ball with Trippier.
Trippier to Joe
Linton.
Joe Linton out-muscles
Ugarte there.
But dispossessed by the ball's back with
Newcastle.
Livramento in the penalty box. Great save by Binder. That could have easily been 2-0. If it was a Nana, it would have been 2-0. I can confidently say that. That was just great reflexes for Binder to make the initial save and get up in time to make the second one. Joe Linton. Isak. Tonali back to Isak. Scoren pass by India was too far behind. And it's been put behind
for a corner.
Oh, this is not looking
good at all.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's a great ball in.
Great ball in from Livramento.
Isaac probably thought he
scored there, but
Binder with good double save. Newcastle's second corner is taken. Joe Linton makes contact, but comes back out. Put back in. Over the bar by Dan Burn.
Ooh.
This is intense.
It's not good in my heart at all.
Dan Burn to put in those headers. Couldn't find one this time round, but it's still good news for Newcastle. They're 1-0 ahead with about 10 minutes
to half time.
Garnacho is held off by Newcastle's defense. Ball back to Joe Linton. Misplaced pass, but it's collected up by Trippier. Down to Jacob Murphy. Pass intercepted by Eriksson. Garnacho struggling, but the ball is held off by Livramento. Shar to Joe Linton. That's Jacob Murphy. Loops the ball in. Cleared away by Lindelof. Euro back to Lindelof again. Zirkzee balls back to Newcastle. Joe Linton's got the ball. Now it's with Guate. It's a clever turn. Yet another clever turn. Now it's with Dalot. Dalot's made a good run forward. Passes to Garnacho. And it's in!
Yes!
Whew. That was intense. Garnacho has equalized for United. It is now Newcastle 1, Manchester United 1. 36 minutes into the game. A wonderful break from Dalot, who managed to find Garnacho with the great pass. Dalot cuts infield first, catches the. Is it being reviewed for offside? Barely onside, and it's puts it past Nick with some relative ease. Well done, Garnacho. Great goal. I gotta hydrate myself for this shit. Well done, guys. Now it's got to hold off a bit before half time. Regroup and focusing on taking the lead. Newcastle just brought the ball back into United's half. It's Jacob Murphy being marked by Harry Mass. His cross was intercepted, blocked by Harry Mass. Goes out for a corner. Corners put in straight in there. Palmed away by Ender. Joe Linton goes in for a second shot. Gets cleared away.
Gets cleared away. Now Joelinton back again.
Tries to go for a inside foot curled pass, but it's getting intercepted by Harry Mas. Harry Mas is brought down. But seems only a corner is given.
Stays down.
He's managed to sit upright, but he's still holding his right side near the rib cage. Just clashes into Shah after getting away from Trippier. Okay, at least he's up and running again. Another corner for Newcastle taken by Kieran Trippier. Corner's floated in. Isak's got on it, but it's blocked. Still with Isak, puts the ball in again. Cleared by Lenny Yoro. Livramento's headed the ball back towards the penalty box, but it's just gone out. For United throw. Then couldn't control the ball there. The throw in goes to Eriksen. Whose pass is knocked out into another throw-in for Man United. So I was saying earlier, even if Liverpool drop points from here on, Arsenal is not gonna. I was saying earlier in the previous live watch along Liverpool game where Liverpool won 2-1 against West Ham. Where interesting enough, all three goals were scored by Liverpool with West Ham's one goal coming from Andy Robertson. If Liverpool were to drop points, Arsenal are just not going to capitalize. I mean, how do you go from winning Real Madrid 3-0 and then go on to losing, getting a draw with Bournemouth 1-1 just 2 or 3 days later? That level of inconsistency is just quite scary. But I guess as United fan, I shouldn't be talking about inconsistency because we've been just poor all season round. Throw in to Joelinton. It's been knocked out for a corner. A Newcastle corner. Kieran Trippier on the corner. Corner's floated in, but no, it seems to be some sort of a. It's going to be retaken because I think Shah was pulled down by Harry Mas, which is not happy about. Yep, the corner's going to be taken again. Shah is trying to hold off Harry Mas. Oh my goodness. The yellow card is being shown to Yoro for a push. He pushed off Harry Mas, but that led to Shah falling down. Corner's floated in. And it's out for a goal kick. Xerxes with a
header.
Sorry, I just
noticed I got
Euro's
number wrong in the
drop down
for
the yellow card
announcement.
This is the correct one. Euro managed to shield the ball off Isak. Euros with the ball now. Xerxes. Oh, what a save
by Nick Pope there.
But it's back to Dalot. Mazraoui. Fernandez. Plays it back to Ugarte. It's a clever dribble. Tries to put the ball in,
gets blocked.
Goes out for
a United throw-in.
It's about few seconds left to the 45 minute. Not sure if there's going to be any added minutes as yet. Two minutes
added time.
Diogo Dalot
with the throw-in.
Puts it right into the penalty
box.
Goes up for
another throw-in for United.
Dalot with the throw-in again, goes right into the penalty box, cleared by Dan Burn. Ericsson gets onto the ball, passes it back to Mazraoui. Puts it back to Binder. Pumps the ball up. Ball goes out for United throw-in, header from Dan Burn. Just 1 minute left of extra time for the first half. Dalot again with the throw-in. He's taking his time for the throw-in. All smiles. Seems to be some altercation between Dan Burn and Xerxes. Dalot with the throw-in right into the hands of Nick Pope. Jacob Murphy dispossessed by Harry Mas. Plays it back to Binder. Just 4 seconds left on 2 minutes at a time. That's it. It's half time. Just stop the clock here. There we are, half time at St. James Park, Newcastle 1, Man United 1 with Sandro Tonali and Alejandro Garnacho scoring respectively for their teams. It was a pretty intensive first half, I would say. With Newcastle of course having more attacking options and Man United making good use of the one good striking chance they had. I wouldn't say I'm completely happy with United's performance today, but I think having Binder in goal instead of Onana is a lot more gives me a lot more confidence. I would say. But I really hope they're not just resting Onana so that they can put him back in for the second leg of Europa League game against Lyon. I hope Binder's performance in this match gives Ruben Amorim enough confidence to put him in that second leg game. We'll see.
We'll see.
Just an update
on other scores
around the town. Chelsea finished the game drawing 2-2 with Ipswich earlier today. Wolves ended the night with a victory 4-2, a 4-2 win against Spurs. And of course, Liverpool winning West Ham by a score 2-1. Make some edits to the displays here. Just updated Harvey Barnes' name, put the H in. In match week 33, facing Wolves, an earlier game, 9 p.m. Singapore time. So hopefully we'll have more viewers for the United game next week. Liverpool are facing Leicester City at 11:30 p.m. on the 20th of April Singapore time. Considering that looks the most likely going to win the game, I don't think I have the strength to cover that game. But we'll see how I feel on that weekend. Arsenal are facing Ipswich Town. If they don't lose, if Arsenal do lose the Ipswich Town next week, Liverpool would likely wrap up the title with a win against Leicester City. So even more reason to cover the Liverpool game next week. We'll see. More likely to cover the United game with updates on the Arsenal game running behind. There's that. Tonali's goal, I gotta say, it's a very cool finish. It's a very difficult thing to do, hitting a volley on the first try, on the first touch with such precision. I guess that's what you want your central midfielders to be able to do, isn't it? The Paul Scholes kind of thing, just first touch and just rifling it
to the back of the net.
I think Binder has made a few good saves. I would say, especially the double save. Where he palms the ball, palms off Livermento's initial cross into the box. Unfortunately, it goes straight to Isaac, but he gets up and makes the second save. So that's pretty fantastic performance from him right there. It's not easy to deny Alexander Isak his goals, especially given the form he's in. So that is already a promising start from Binder, despite the fact that he's already conceded from Mali just a few minutes before. I would say Garnacho has been lackluster in his last few games, but when he comes up with a goal like this, just reminds everybody why he was along with Kobe Mino, why he was pushed into the first team so quite quickly, I would say. It's not easy to roll one pass Nick Pope like that. Or any goalkeeper of Nick Pope's caliber. It's not easy to just roll one pass them to the bottom corner. That takes quite a level of skill and vision. So it seems that Mohamed Salah is about 80 goals away from eclipsing Alan Shearer's record as the Premier League's all-time goal scorer at 260 goals. But he's just renewed his contract for 2 more years. Think 60 odd goals in 2 years should be no problem for him at the rate he's going. I'm still finding it hard to believe that despite being the Premier League's all-time goal scorer, Alan Shearer I think has only won the one league title with Blackburn before he moved to Newcastle, and Newcastle have failed to win the Premier League despite having the Premier League's highest goal scorer with them. Seems like a real wasted opportunity. But that's the game, isn't it? I think when the goals come from more than one source, just from the wingers, from the central midfielders, aren't just the striker and the second striker or CAM or whatever you call it. It's makes it easier to secure title success than simply just depending on your striker, depending on your out and out striker. So that's that. I honestly don't think Leicester City and Ipswich are going to make it out of the drop zone. Although mathematically speaking, Southampton's the only one who is definitely getting relegated at this stage, or who have already been relegated at this stage. I don't think Ipswich or Leicester City are going to find their way out of it. Because as we covered earlier in the Liverpool game, there's about a 12 to 13 point difference between Ipswich and the 17th place West Ham. West Ham, despite having dropped points, are 4 games away from risking Ipswich equaling their points total at this point. Surprisingly, I think Spurs are down there with them as well. Let me look at the table. Yep. Spurs are Wolves and West Ham
are equal on 35 points.
And Ipswich are
currently at 21.
Oh yes,
because
Chelsea came
back to draw with them.
So now the gap is actually 14 points.
That's about
5 games.
5 games.
So it would take West Ham to lose all their
5 games.
And for Ipswich to win their balance 5 games. Or 6 games.
6 games, sorry.
For them to be able
to
leap above West Ham
and
secure their Premier
League survival.
That seems
unlikely.
Leicester City
are currently at 18 points.
6 games
has to go. That's another 18
so
points.
So
on paper,
they are still
possible for them to not be relegated. But their next game is against Liverpool, so I don't think.
I think the issue
will pretty much be settled
next week.
Where
Liverpool
will be crowned champions and Leicester City will find that they are
going to be
relegated next week.
That's that. United probably going to miss out on any European even the Conference League most likely going to miss out on the Conference League unless
they win the
Europa League.
But
things aren't
looking good.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
Okay, and players are walking back down the tunnel again. Just running out on the
pitch there.
Just get ready to begin the clock for the second half. Right, the teams switch
sides. They set to
start the kickoff for
Newcastle.
I really hope it
doesn't go to
Arsenal
next season.
And they're off. Throw into
Newcastle.
Ruben Amorim's
just having a few words with Harry Maguire.
Likely to
bring him home.
Likely to bring him on
at some stage of the game.
Looks like
Dorgu's warming up as well.
Patrick Dorgu. Newcastle
in United's penalty box.
Cleared by
Mazraoui, but the ball still Livramento.
Possession still
Newcastle.
Play it back. Still
Newcastle. Kieran Trippier.
Still Newcastle.
Kieran Trippier.
Misplaced pass picked up by
Lindelof.
Back to Binder. Lenny Yoro
hitting it to
Bruno Fernandes. Lindelof. Binder. Keeping it upfield. Headed down by Denver.
Joelinton's got the ball. Hits it Isak.
Plays it away. Balls with Zugzi. Zugzi's got past
Shah, I believe.
Still Zugzi.
Diogo Dalot.
Dalot's been pushed in the penalty box,
but it's not a penalty.
Interception by
Emas, who's got the ball, makes a run downfield.
Still Amas
takes a shot
too high. It's a good try from the young man. Tonali's sat down, fiddling with his boots, despite being the one who actually tackled Dalot to the ground. Dalot's gone down somewhat easily. But I would still say it's enough contact to argue for a penalty. But it's Tonali is feeling his leg now. He's managed to stood up. Might just be a issue. Socks adjusting. And shoelace. He's feeling his calves a little bit. Back up. Tonali's back up and gingerly walking his way. Shah just pumping up the ball there. Joelinton heading on. Lindelof. Interception. It's now with Livramento. Gets past Dalot. Jacob Murphy. Jacob, who's this? It's Harry Barnes with the goal. Newcastle 2-1. It's a great job by Livramento to find Murphy, who puts it back in for Harry Barnes to just slot in with ease. Gets past both Dalot and Mazraoui, relative ease. Puts it all the way on the other side. Jacob Murphy does well to collect it back, put it back in the center where Harvey Barnes just unmarked. Easy tap in for Harvey Barnes there. I'm not sure who I'm more disappointed in, the goalkeeper or the defense for Manchester United, but life goes on. It is what it is. Euro. Eriksen. Fernandes back to Euro. Eriksen. Back to Binder. We are just so scared to move in front. Ball goes out for a Newcastle throw-in. Newcastle stands, Newcastle would be at 56 points, which would make cement their spot in fourth place. It'll be interesting to
see Newcastle in the
Champions League,
I guess.
Joelinton, Isaac, plays it back to Dan Burn, gets it off to Livramento, Dallo with a interception, pass to Garnacho, barely gets past Livramento, puts in the box, but intercepted by Tonali, nobody else was in there. Ugarte, back heel from Joshua Zirkzee, but nobody on the end to receive it, and straight to Nick Pope there. Harvey Barnes on the ball again. Almost gets past Mizraoui. Joelinton is being marked by Diogo Dallo gets the ball off to Tonali. Tonali to Guimaraes. Ball is clear. Joshua Zirkzee makes a run. Being caught up by Bruno Guimaraes. Gets away again. But all the Newcastle defenders are back. No choice but to play it back. Now Zirkzee is down. He's clutching his thigh. Not sure what happened there. Højlund is warming up. Zirkzee is still down. Touching his thigh. Physios on the field. Got Zirkzee to manage to stand up, but not sure if he will be able to continue. He's still limping. I think that's it. He's holding on to the physio and barely able to walk. Yeah, I think Højlund will be coming on soon. Fernandez just accompanying Zirkzee out to the touchline. Exemplary captain. No man left behind. Looks like it's a pretty bad injury. Zirkzee needs to actually hold on to both the physiotherapists to walk off the field. Amorim is bringing on Højlund, Mount and Dwogu. See who he brings off. Number 17, that's Garnacho. So Garnacho is coming off for Mason Mount. Harry Mas is coming off for Patrick Dwogu. And of course, I think it's going to be Zirkzee who's going to come off for Højlund, naturally. Quite proud of Harry Mas in his performance today. For academic graduate, he's performed quite well. So that's Højlund, Dwogu and Mount on. Mount number 7. Not sure he still deserves that squad number, but can't think about it. Play resumes. Balls with Euro. Bruno Fernandes. Højlund. Eriksson. Ball cleared by Dan Burn. Reclaimed by Manchester United. Lenny Euro on the ball. Ugarte squares it to Bruno Fernandes. Balls now with Mizraoui. Ugarte again. Back to Lindelof. Now Euro. Bruno Fernandes. Euro. Back to Lindelof. Mazraoui. Ugarte. Back to Mazraoui. Christian Eriksen. Searching ball for Dwogu, which doesn't manage to get the end of. Jacob Murphy gets on the ball,
puts it back to Nick Pope,
and Kieran Trippier is brought down by Patrick
Dwogu. No card. Just a free kick.
Fabian Shaw
with the free kick.
Pumps it upfield. Joe Linton with the header. Possessions back with United.
Binder.
That's a bad pass.
Intercepted by Newcastle.
Jacob Murphy.
Scoops it up.
Headed away by
Ugarte. Cleared by Patrick Dwogu.
It's a Newcastle ball.
But I'm not sure whether it's going to be a corner or a throw in.
It's a throw in. Jacob Murphy. Jacob Murphy still at the edge of the penalty box. Cleared by Dwogu this time
for a corner kick.
I mean, St. James Park is always a difficult place to go and get a result. So I guess we're doing well.
So far.
Relatively well. Dan Burns coming out
for the corner.
Of course he is. Trippier with the corner. Short one.
Isak.
Trippier's been taken out.
Free waves play on.
For United.
Advantage United, but they're still
intercepted by
Newcastle's defense.
Isak with a misplaced pass. Going to United. Trippier is still down.
He's gotten up from the previous challenge from Bruno Fernandes.
Replay shows that Fernandes
gets the ball.
Trippier's up and running. Throw in to be taken by
Patrick Dwogu.
Fernandes back to Dwogu. Lindelof. Højlund. Mount loses his footing. Seems like a free kick. Manchester United free kick.
Eriksen to take it from within Man United's half.
Ball back with
Christian Eriksen.
Lenny Yoro. To Bruno
Fernandes.
Free kick to Newcastle
for a shirt tug.
Tug on the shirt. On Kieran Trippier. Casemiro's warming up. Isak's in the penalty box. Scoops the ball up.
But Dan Burns.
Mazraoui gets it away.
Final ball cleared by Lindelof.
Højlund's running forward,
but
Balls from pass to
Kieran Trippier.
Bruno Guimaraes. Alexander Isak. Jacob Murphy forced the ball in. And the header goes over. Dan Burns header goes over the bar. Manchester United goal kick. Stressful. It's just stressful. Dan Burns just towers over Mazraoui. Alexander Isak forced the ball in for Tonali, closed down by defenders, but Tonali still gets across the way, punched away by Binder, but it falls just down back to Livramento. Harvey Barnes the cross in into the arms of Binder. Ooh. Tuchel seems to be in the stands. Not sure for what. Lenny Yoro with the clearance. Mason Mount is broken free. Squares the ball. Tries to square the ball to Bruno Fernandes, but it's cleared away by Fabian Shah. Throw in to Eriksen. Back to Eriksen. To Manuel Ugarte. Back to Eriksen. Back to Ugarte. Lenny Yoro. Patrick Dorgu. Christian Eriksen. Bruno Fernandes. Manuel Ugarte. Mazraoui again. Back to Ugarte. Tries to put the ball in. Blocked by Joelinton. Ugarte still in possession. Mazraoui is taken down, but the referee waves play on. And it's 3-1 to Newcastle. Harvey Barnes again. Oh my goodness. Can't believe I'm staying up for this shit. That's a brace for Harvey Barnes. 63 minutes past. I don't think there's much of a comeback available. Harvey Barnes just outmuscled Mazraoui before dispossessing him and put it past Binder. Onana will probably have let them one into. This time the keeper has just been let down by the defense. Can't really put all the blame. It's a good finish by Harvey Barnes as well. Really figures that with my luck, inaugural live watchalongs will begin with a Liverpool victory and a Man United loss, but it is what it is. Somebody's gone down here. It's Garte clutches his face and it's gone down, but it's managed to get up quite quickly. The free kick that goes straight into the hands of Nick Pope. Kieran Trippier. Dispossessed by Bruno Fernandes thrown to Man United. Manuel Ugarte, Lenny Yoro. Patrick Dwagu.
Euro again.
I think I deserve this.
This for
trash talking Arsenal earlier on. Dwagu's offside. Free kick to be taken by Nick Pope. Newcastle still in possession. Intercepted by Patrick Dwagu, who lets it run out for a goal kick. Change the manager, change the players, change the tactics, change the goalkeeper, and we're still losing. I don't know what more we have to do. At least get a draw. Sandro Tonali, Dan Burn to Fabian Shah. Back to Tonali again. To Trippier. United have had zero attempts on target so far in the second half. Intercepted by Lindelof. Mazraoui. Back to Binder. Clever pass from Bruno Fernandes. Hoyland almost makes it away, but it's a free kick given to Man United. Quickly taken. Mason Mount. Dispossessed by Newcastle. Isak with the ball. Jacob Murphy on the right. Jacob Murphy to Kieran Trippier. Benny Guimaraes. Sandro Tonali. Back to Jacob Murphy. Who is offside. Diogo quickly takes the free kick. Fernandes. Euro to Binder. Plays it out to Diego Dallo. Mount is the recipient of the pass, but skipped out for throw in. United throw in. Back to Mazraoui. Binder. Lenny Yoro. Patrick Dogu. Back to Lenny Yoro. Binder again. Hoyland unable to control the ball, cleared by Newcastle. Harvey Barnes breaking down the left again. It's a block by United defense. Ball goes out for a corner. It's Mazraoui with the block. Trippier again with
the corner.
Whips it in. Cleared by United's defense. Ball still with Newcastle. Jacob Murphy on the right. He's possessed by Patrick Dorgu. Puts it to Lenny Yoro. Newcastle reclaim possession.
Fabian Shah's up front. Got past
Mason Mount. Fernandes. Still in the United penalty box. Brought down by Sandro Tonali for a goal kick. In a few years now, it's just gotten more and more difficult. Life is a Man United fan. See this week after week. There's no solution inside Patrick Dorgu. Playing Yoro. Lindelof. Patrick Dorgu. Intercepted by Newcastle. Possession reclaimed by United. Christian Eriksen. Fernandes back to Christian Eriksen. Eriksen to Ugarte. Back to Lindelof. Back to Binder. Humps the ball upfield. Hoyland gets onto it. But it's a free kick to Newcastle. Trippier is grabbing his ankle and his shin.